How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. I'm Will, and today I'm, well, riding solo. So our video, of course, is down in Colombia with Familia. So I am going to be playing games over the next couple weeks, solo if I can. The first game we're going to be playing is G.I. Joe, the deck builder game. This just came out by Renegade Game Studios. So we're going to see how it works in solo. We're also going to play, I've got Transformers, the deck building game, also set up for Saturday. So we'll be playing that as well. With that said, let me go ahead and get the camera switch over. We'll go over a little bit of an overview of the game for you guys. Of course, this isn't a how to play. It's usually how not to play because we're guaranteed to make rules mistakes. But let me go ahead and get that camera switched over. Maybe it didn't switch. There we go. Got the camera switched over. This is a general layout of how the game should be set up. A couple things are in different spots just because of, camera and trying to get it all here on the camera for you. But in G.I. Joe, the deck building game, you're going to be sending your Joes, basically your armed forces, out to complete story missions. So there are two different story missions that are available in the game. There's the first one, which is called, let me pull that up. It's called, I think, Hiss, something Hiss. Let's see here. That's the Joe types. It's in the setup. Here, where are we at? There we go. The mass device, the MASS device, in Dr. Mindbender's Total Operation Control is the second mission. So we're going to be playing mass device. Now we are playing this on the beginner or starter, meaning that instead of a total of 9 mission cards, we're only going to have 6 mission cards. We basically have 1 story mission, and then we have like the main boss mission for each one of the acts. So you're going to try to go through and defeat these missions. The way you're going to do that is in normal deck building fashion. You're going to choose a Joe leader, and we're going with the promo. So we're going with Dawn Marino, which is the new Snake Eyes, as well as your initial starter cards. On your turn, you're going to play your 5 cards, just like most deck building games, and you're going to determine, do you want to send your Joes out on a mission? The way you do that is you will put your Joes in your transport. So right now we have the Vamp. It's the only thing we have. And then we need to be able to complete or beat this particular mission. Now, she's got some complications. She's got 2 complications that came with her. One right here takes 2, a power of 2 to beat with Recon and Stealth. At the end of your next turn, fail the current story mission and discard this card. And then she also has Rattler Attack here, which is a 2, and when you need to use vehicles. At the end of your turn, +1 on this threat tracker here. So the second thing is trying to get that number. So the way you get that number is each Joe that you play is going to have some type of special ability. So for example, Dawn Marina, at least in her promoted, she has 3 stealth, 3 martial arts. So that is not helping me anywhere, but, well, it does help me here. So this has stealth, this has stealth. So because she has 3 stealth, that's going to give me 3 dice, right? If I want to add another Joe, say pretend I had rock and roll here, I could add him as well. But since he doesn't have anything that works with this mission, he's only going to give me 1 more dice unless he has some type of special ability. There are also cards that you can play after you roll your dice to change the outcome of the dice. David Booklife says solo play. Yes, solo play. Adri is down in Colombia with her family right now. Con familia. But you can also change some. So there's none out here in the grid right now, or in the, I don't know what they call this, the recruiting line right now for us to be able to do that. So you're basically going to just go through those actions. You're going to send people out after you've gone through and you've either beaten the mission or not beaten the mission. Then you are going to use your recruit points. So each card has a little star. Those are your recruit points. And then that's going to allow you to basically recruit other Joes, other transports, or other gear out of the recruitment line. Now, if you're unable to succeed in this mission, then that means that would end in a failure, which is going to cause this threat track to go up. If you exceed, it makes the threat track go down. Ways to lose the game is either the threat track gets all the way to the top, or you get a Cobra battalion on every single one of the cards. So therefore you're unable to recruit anybody. That is another in-game scenario. So we're just going to basically go through, try to get to the end. Some other things will probably come up as we play, like the Cobra Troopers. It'll say, oh, you got to put a Cobra Trooper into your deck. These are kind of like filler cards. They basically block you from doing anything. And then the service rifle is over here. This is always available. So this is kind of your, in most deck builder games, you always have like a 2-point card. This is the 2-point card that you can buy. I think that's about it. So let's read we'll read the flavor text. We'll read the text on that. And then I guess we'll get into play. I thought there was flavor text for the missions. Here we go. Okay, so mission 1, the mass device is a classic G.I. Joe storyline reimagined into the card game form. Cobra is set to demonstrate the power of their insidious laser device that can melt cities in minutes and teleport their armies anywhere in the world in the blink of an eye. The Joes will need to thwart Cobra's efforts to gain the rare elements required to power the device, find their secret temple, and destroy the device before it's too late. So as I mentioned, this game has a lot of variability because you can mix in and out those particular story mission cards. Now, this is the correct setup. You are allowed to see the upcoming card. Now, for solo, there are a couple, I didn't go over this, so we'll go over this now because this is for solo. For solo, there's a couple extra changes. One is you take 2 turns, or 2 actions, 2 turns, before the end of the round. So basically this is what this little marker is. You know, I take a turn, I flip this over, I take another turn, and then I do the end of round effects, and then I flip this back over and then start the next turn. So you basically get 2 turns. The other thing you have in a 2 and solo game is you have this reserve. So with the reserve, you can basically, if you have a card and you're like, oh, I want to save this for later, you put that there. Then the next time you draw back to 5, you put this back into your hand. So it basically gives you a hand of 6 instead. The one other difference is all of the other promoted leaders that were not used get shuffled into the deck. So there's 6 more. It says 5, but since I have a promo, I got 6 more promoted leaders in this deck that I'll be able to buy for 6 recruitment points. I guess that's it. I would roll to see who goes first, but of course, that's not happening. But we do want to mention, of course, we normally roll our Extra Life dice. We are still supporting Extra Life charities till the end of the year. We did make our fundraising goal. Big shout out actually to my parents. My parents went ahead and made the final donation to put us over that goal. So we've made the $1,000, but that doesn't mean we're stopping. We will be raising money until the end of the year. And of course, next year, we start it all over again with another $1,000 goal. So again, we appreciate everybody who's donated so far this year. And if you'd like to donate, that link is always down below. The children at Children's Miracle Network greatly appreciate all the support they get through the Extra Life charities. So we're just going to go ahead and start. So we're going to draw a first 5. Now, you do get 1 starting round. So the starting round is like a recruiting round. So you basically get 1 round of recruiting, which means basically I get to recruit twice before I actually go in. So I've heard solo is kind of hard, but I'm wondering if people have missed those 3 rules that I just went over. Well, the 2 main rules, putting in the leaders and that you get 2 turns. So we'll go with our first 5, right? 1, 2, yeah, we got 5 there. All right. So I've just got, I drew an entire hand of Joe. So the regular GI is only worth 1 apiece. And then if you send him out on a mission, you can destroy him. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. I can't get rock and roll. I can get another transport, but that would use everything I've got. Low light gives me a wild skill if we get into the red. Cutter gives me vehicles and tech. If Cutter starts a side mission, target player may destroy 1 card from their discard pile. I think I'm going to do... Cutter. So I'll put Cutter in my disc. I got to figure out where my discard pile is. So I wanted the camera to be zoomed in a little bit for you guys, so I kind of don't know where everything is. Hey, Nathan, the game's great. Thanks. This is my first play, so maybe you'll be able to give me some tips there. All right. So I recruited Cutter with my 5. So we're going to refill. Then we're going to flip this over, and then I'm going to take my second turn. So this time I've got all the rest of my starter cards. I got to re-roll. If I defeated a side mission, which is not going to happen, choose 1, discard 1 uncovered card from the lineup. and replace it or target teammate with, well, I don't have a target teammate, so I can discard one card from the lineup and replace it. And I did get Dawn, and then I got my other GI, which is not very good. All right. It says I can replace one card in the lineup. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to discard that gas grenade, just see if I get something better. And I got Cover Girl, which I can't buy. And then, so I got 2 points, so I can either get Hacker, which allows me to roll 2 dice. For each hit, I get to draw a card, or I can get the side mission basic service rifle. I'm going to go ahead and get the hacking gear. So that is that. So now we do the story mission effect, card effects, threat meter. None of this takes effect because that was the warm-up round, so none of that takes effect. So now we're going into the very first round, which puts this right here in the green because it says +1 on the threat. All right, so shuffle my deck, and then we will go again. And then we did get, I don't know if I mentioned in my unboxing of this, we did get a new TV that's kind of up a little bit higher. So you're going to see me kind of looking up, but at least I'm looking where the camera is to read the chat. All right. All right. So the first mission is uncover the double agent. Cobra has sent a double agent right into the Joe's headquarters. Will the Joes be able to find Agent of Chaos? So for those of you guys who've seen the cartoon, know that this, of course, is Baroness, and she's acting as a government official because they want to shut down G.I. Joe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I need 4, which doesn't seem too hard. All right, so if I send Dawn, she's got stealth, so that'll give me 2 dice. If there are Cobra officers in play, +1 wild. If none, draw a card. So I get to do that. Forgot to do that last turn, but that's fine. So that gives me 2 dice, 3 dice, 4 dice, right? It wants a tank, and I don't have a tank. Or a tank would give me a bonus, but I don't have a tank. I'm going to go ahead and play my hacking gear. So roll 2 dice. For each hit, I get to draw a card. So I got 1 hit. So I get to draw a card. So this gives me tech or vehicles. No, that doesn't help me. So that's only going to count as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm at 5. I can re-roll a dice. And I can choose to discard a card in the, wow, I have a lot of expensive cards out there. I don't think I want to discard anything. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and send these guys on their mission. So we have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 dice. So 5 dice to roll to see if we can accomplish. So we're at 3. So we didn't get that, but I do have my starter card, which allows me to re-roll 1 dice. And it did a star outside, but that still counts. So that is a success. So success goes away. So this goes under our success pile. I think those get removed, right? I think these get removed. Do the side missions have to complete when I complete that? Put Baron. I do need to put Baroness into play though. That happens. And then when I complete the mission, I can't remember. Do I get rid of the end of a mission? After mission is completed, active players. Teammates cards are just the vamp goes back. Cobra officers, when a complication story mission calls for a Cobra officer, put them into play. Side missions active. There's a difference between group missions and side missions that only active players can side missions. Otherwise, revolving side mission follows this thing. I thought there was a thing that said, it says successful or failed mission, and it said something about the side missions. Oh, many complications of text reading story mission, placing a card with text. Story mission, when you attempt a story mission, the card's abilities go into effect. Then the other complications next. Most complications are straightforward, immediately, and then discarded, or they are attached to a story mission and go into effect. The current story mission is attempted. It says precision strike are a little bit different. Precision strike is revealed. It must be assigned to a player. Precision strike can be assigned to any player regardless of when it's revealed. Players should communicate. Oh, so these actually get assigned to me. So these are actually mine, which is fine because I'm playing solo. So these actually get assigned to me. They weren't part of the story mission. So these are still assigned to me. So I'll have to take both of those out on the next turn. All right, so that was the end of that turn because I had no more cards that I could use. I do get to recruit. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to recruit, which would give me the tomahawk, which would help me at least finish one of these two. So I'm going to, I guess, get the tomahawk. And I actually screwed up earlier. When you actually get cards in this game, you're supposed to put them on top of your deck. Since I was shuffling anyways, I messed that up, but I should have put those on the top of my deck, not in my discard pile. Something to get used to just because of the fact that most deck builders, you put them into your discard pile. And in this one's case, you put it on top of your deck. All right. So that was my first turn. Now we're doing the second turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I knew I was going to get this. So that immediately goes here. If we go ahead and I'm going to take the tomahawk, which gives me the bonus for this mission. So I get +2 explosives and +3 to tracker. So, well, that doesn't help me because that's not a tracker mission. So that's not very helpful. I thought if it matched, you get something else as a bonus. Let's see here. Where does it talk about vehicles? Wild skill, group missions. Oh, here we go. Transport type. Any type of it can be used for any regardless of the terrain type listed. However, if you match a terrain in the mission, you unlock the special ability on your transport for that mission. This is listed. Okay. So yeah, that's not going to help me because of the fact that this doesn't take tracker or explosives. This one doesn't take tracker or explosives either. So neither one of those is that vehicle going to help me. But I do need 2 vehicles because I got to send 1 to each. So, all right. So we're going to try to do the end of your next turn, fail the current story mission and discard this card. Well, that isn't going to affect me because there isn't a current story mission. This one, if I fail, is going to increase my threat. So I think I'm going to go after this one here. So, and it says vehicles, which I don't have, but I do have 1, 2, I have 3 Joes. So I have 3 Joes that I can play. And then I have one, if I defeat a side mission this turn, it takes the tracker down, but it can't go any lower. So I do have 3 Joes. So we're going to do, yeah, 3 Joes. And we actually got 3. So we got rid of that one. So that complication is finito. We're going to put it upside down. That way I remember to do that. So that is that. Now we have to do the end of, we have to do our purchasing first. This is the part that's getting a little bit more as you got, hey Ryan, how you doing, man? This is the part that's going to take a little bit more brain power because I'm doing things twice. So for purchase, I've got 3 Rocket launcher, discard 1 complication attached to this story. Oh, I like that. I think I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. This gets discarded. This does not take effect because this can't go any lower. And I need to put the vamp back, right? Refill the grid. I keep calling it the grid because I'm so used to, you know, Power Rangers was the first one we played, so I'm calling it the grid. So that's that. That's that. At the end of this, fail the current story mission and discard this card, which we can't fail, but we can at least discard the card. So now we're going to do rescue the scientist. So rescue the scientist. The scientist responsible for the MASS device technology should know how to counteract its effects. But the scientist is in Cobra's clutches. This one, add complication to this mission equal to the number of players. At the end of each round, each player gains 1 Cobra trooper. So if I don't defeat this in the round, it's going to add a Cobra trooper. And then this is another precision strike side mission, so it's not a story mission. Success, I get to draw 2 cards. But then we also have Baroness. So while Baroness is in play, the story mission must be started by a leader. And I only have 1 leader. So I'm going to have to buy another leader here soon. So there are 2 more leaders in the recruiting pool. All right, and then this one here, at the end of my turn, it goes +1. So this is per turn. That's going to go up 1. All right. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. So I have 2. And we'll shuffle for the other one and see how this works out. Yeah. All right. 3, 4, 5. All right. Threat meter went up 1 on that last round. I forgot to do that. All right. So let's see here. So we have a Joe, a Joe, a Joe. Oh, we do have our leader, so we can start our mission. I can discard 1 complication attached to this story mission, so that's going to be good because I can get rid of that. And then, yep, all right. So this is, again, it's tracker or explosives, which doesn't help me because this doesn't do tracker or explosives. And I only need to take 4, so I'm just going to use the vamp again. Use the vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stealth and vehicles, and Dawn does have stealth. And because there are no officers, I get to draw a card. It gives me a 5th guy, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead. Well, hang on. We got to switch vehicles if we're going to do 5 guys. 5 guys, burgers and fries. So we're going to switch to that. Get the Caspito out of the way. Although that might have been Bella. All right, so we got 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 dice. 5, 6. We have 6 dice. We need to get a 4 for a success. We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4. Don't even need to re-roll. So I can also then play my rocket launcher. My rocket launcher gets rid of that. So that is good. And yeah, so this mission gets completed. Target player draws 2 cards. Although how does that help me? I mean, I'm solo, so I drew 2 cards because it told me to. So now I do need to take her out, though. So this goes into another successful mission. I'm not sure why you track the successful versus non-successful. In the book, it doesn't say why you're tracking your successes and failures. All right. So that is the first part of my round. Oh, hang on. I got to recruit first. Let me recruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. All right. I need another leader. Otherwise, well, I can go after Baroness without a leader, but I should probably get another leader. So I have 7. So I can either promote her or get Flint. Flint has vehicles and trackers, which I don't have any vehicles or trackers. So I think I'm going to get Flint for 6. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So nothing cost 1. Right. So Flint goes to the top. All this goes to the discard. And then now we flip this. There we go. End of turn effect doesn't take effect because I went ahead and got rid of the his tank. So I draw my 5, 3, 4, 5. Do I draw up to 5 or do I draw 5? Start phase. Refill story mission if there isn't one. Let's see here. Oh, I drew 2 cards for completing that, right? And then I could choose if I wanted to play these. So I can play them, but they're not going to be part of a mission because there's no reason for me to put them into a mission because there's only 2 of them and it needs 4 to beat it. So I'm going to go with just using the 2 recruitment points. So this wouldn't have been pulled out yet. So I think I'm going to get... oh, here we go. Ram's good because it's only one. I can only put 1 guy on this vehicle. Gives me 2 wild though. 2 wild skill. It'd be good for a complication, I think. Right? Yeah, I think I'll get this. So when you gain this, it's last time I messed up again. When you gain a vehicle, it goes directly in a hangar. It shouldn't have gone on top of my deck like I did earlier. It will matter later on. What will matter later on? I said something and then you probably replied to that. There and there. Now, I just read on here that it says turn sequence, refill the story mission. I wouldn't think you would refill the story mission until the end of the round. Player turn sequence, start phase, refill the story mission if there isn't one. But in solo, RAM is great if you find and recruit 1 successful missions. Oh, okay. Oh, there's some cards that say based on the number of successful missions, it does things. Okay. So it says that at the start of each turn, you will refill the story mission. So because I'm playing solo and I'm taking 2 turns, is that still considered a turn? Or is it because it's still my turn? Well, I guess it would be 2 turns. Take 2 turns before the end of each round. This is tracked by flipping the token. The end of the round token is flipped to the end of round token to the opposite side. Reminder for this action is noted the end of round token by the solo symbol. While the token side is text down, none of the end of turn / round text on side or story mission resolves. So it's saying that when this is down, I don't do the end of turn stuff. I just end the turn. And then I only do the stuff when it's on this side. So I'm curious if that also impacts the that you don't refill the story. So we're gonna keep playing it this way. That may be wrong. I'll probably have to go out to BGG and ask, because in solo it doesn't specifically say are you supposed to refill the story on each turn. It just says you don't do any of this, which it actually says, you know, they activate the penalties on each turn. So we'll just keep going this way. But yeah, all right, so we'll use those 2 cards that I drew. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it also doesn't really explain this whole, you know, drawing cards, right? You discard down and then draw 5 more. Which technically I'd be drawing my own 5 because I'm taking the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5. 6. 5. Oh, what did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I have 1 left. I don't know why I drew 6 there. All right. So before we do the next story, let's see if we can take out the Baroness, because I don't like her, because she's going to make me have to do everything as a story mission. Stealth and Tracker. So we'll use the Vamp. And then... there we go. We have Flint has Tracker, so that's 3. If there are 2 transports in the hangar, which there isn't anymore because the other one got discarded, then I get a wild skill and I draw, but I can't. Here we go. We'll do Hacker. Roll 2 dice. For each hit rolled, draw a card. No hits. No hits. All right. We'll do Cutter. Cutter is vehicles and tech, which doesn't help me. But he basically gives me 1 more. So I'm at 3, 4. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. I've got to get like a perfect roll here of 4. I have to actually get, with the 4 dice, I need to have at least 1 hit on each, or at least a 2 hit. 2. So that did not complete the mission. At the beginning of every turn, make the story mission is there. Rulebook is blah. Yeah, that's what I mean. It says here, start a phase, and then it says at the start of the turn, always make sure the story mission is there. But it says you don't activate the story effects at the turn, except for on my second part of the turn. Which means, I mean, I've already messed up twice, so I'm just going to continue with my mess up for the rest of the video. I'm playing on easy mode. I'm playing on easy mode. So basically, for recruit points this round, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. If you defeated a Cobra battalion, draw 1 card. +2. Oh, I can't buy that one. +1 red wild. Can't buy her. There's a leader on this mission, +1 wild. Okay, so I like shipwreck. So shipwreck gives me 2. And then I guess for my other 2, I'll just take a service rifle. Right. And then I will refill. Discard down. Oops, the vamp goes back. Vamp. Discard down. So end of turn. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we need to story mission effect. There isn't a story mission effect. Card effects. There is no card effects. Threat meter. There is a threat meter. And I keep forgetting I can reserve a card. I didn't do that on the last time. I could have reserved a card to use during this time. All right. So what I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So story mission. So the new story mission is snake robot attack. Cobra left a nasty trap for the Joes. System neutralizer armored cloaking equipment emerged from the walls of the caverns to vaporize the team. All right, so it works with a tank, which unfortunately I only have 1. 2 complications. So the first complication, oh, I forgot something. I'm on the next act. So because it is the next act, all of this gets shuffled in, and then I take Act 2 complications and I need to shuffle them in too. I was about to forget that. Good thing I remembered. Otherwise, I would be cheating the game again, as I'm currently already doing. Threat meter will go up 2 spaces due to it being in green. Oh, so it says +1 there. So actually, then I would be, I've moved it up 1, and then once it was here, it should have gone 1, 2, and then it's in green, so it'd go 1, 2. So I'm in yellow. Gotcha. All right. Thanks, Nathan. All right, so we are in the yellow. But at the end of the round, I have to put a Cobra battalion in here now. That's not good. All right. So 2 complications there. All right. So the first complication, put Destro into play. Oh, this is getting nasty. Here's Destro. Hola, Destro. ¿Cómo estás? So it's just a complication, so that just gets discarded. And then another precision strike. This one, Side mission precision strike, Fang Squadron 3, need explosives or vehicles. At the end of the turn, +1. Wow. All right, so at the end of each turn, this goes +1. This one, at the end of each player's turn, we gain 1 Cobra Trooper. Oh, Destro. Reroll all double hit die results against the story mission. At the end of each round, draw 1 complication. This just got hard. That got hard really quick. Oh, man. All right, Nathan, thanks for coming on, man. I'm going to try to have fun, but this just got hard really quick. All right. So... All right, so we've got Cutter. So I can either +1 to the threat, or I can gain a Cobra Trooper. With this hand, I've got Recon, which doesn't help me. I've got, yeah, nobody's got Recon, and that's Recon. If I go to here, though, I get the plus wild skill, but that's a 6 success, and this can only take 1 person. Vehicles and tech. All right, so this is vehicles, so he would activate there. All right, so I think I'm going to go after the side mission first. So I'm going to go after the side mission with the, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and take the Vamp, since I'm only going to take 1 guy with this one. So I'm going to the side mission here, and I'm going to use my service rifle. So it says if this mission is part of a side mission, +1 wild. So if Cutter starts a side mission, target player may destroy 1 card in their discard pile. Well, I don't have a discard pile. So I get, for vehicles, I get 3 dice for vehicles. And then I get the +1 for this. And then because I'm taking the ram, I get +2 for the ram. If I can't complete that 3, we're in trouble. Oh, wow. I didn't complete it. Oh, didn't complete it. All right, so that mission is done. So, yeah. So this goes to my discard pile. Yeah, that was horrible. I can reroll 1 die, but if I get a double, then Destro is going to make me reroll as well. Let me do hacking. Well, let me say the mission's not done yet. So let me play hacking, which allows me to roll 2 dice. And for each hit, I get to... Oh, this is a story mission. This is not a story mission. So actually, he would not make me re-roll on this. So, but I did roll a hit. So I do get to draw 1 card. Well, it's just a Joe. Not helping me. I'm going to go ahead and do second effort. So I get to re-roll 1 dice. Come on, double. That's a single, so still didn't beat it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I can do to try to complete that one. So, all right, so pull that back. Discard that. All right. Shipwreck and the starter Joe. So we're going to go ahead and take the Vamp off the side mission. Oh, I actually messed up on that last turn anyways. I shouldn't have gotten the 2 wild because this was a plane, not a tank. So either way, I failed the mission. So that didn't help me. So I'm going to take the Vamp. I'm going to take Shipwreck and the GI. If there's a leader on this mission, which there is not, so I get Recon, doesn't help me. No, there's no point in me doing that because 2 Joes aren't enough to take that one out. 2 Joes aren't enough to take any of those out. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and then just use these for the recruit cost. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, man. Rock and roll gives me Recon and Marksman. Again, Recon's not helping me at all. And everything's got Recon. Recon, Recon. Cover girl, explosives and tech. Torpedo is stealth and martial arts. 1, 2, 3. And I have 6, which means normally you could upgrade your leader, but because my leader's not in play, I can't upgrade her. So, recons and vehicles. The vehicles would help me here, because that's vehicles. He's explosives and martial arts, though. I think I'm going to get rid. I think I'm going to do torpedo. All right. So that gets rid of that. So into my turn, +1 threat. Nice. At the end of each player's turn, game 1 Cobra Trooper. Reroll. Okay, so that's it. All right, so draw 5. All right. And refill. All right, so I have a leader, so I'm good there. Actually, I have 2 leaders. Do I do that +1? I was on that side, so now I'm on this side. Do I do the Fang Squadron? Do I go after Destro? I think I'm going to go after Destro. So we're going to take the Vamp to go after Destro. And we need 5. And he's explosives and martial arts. So this gives me 1, 2, 3, because she's not upgraded. 4, 5, 1. Oh, I can only take 4 guys though. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I'm going to take. So I got 1 Joe in my hand. All right. There's 2 in the hangar. I don't. If it's a sea transport used, it's not. If there's a Cobra officer in play, which there are Cobra officers in play, so I get +1 wild skill. And then this card is part of mission I can discard. Okay. So I get 1 for Flint. I get 3, 4. So 4. Stealth, no. But 5. Plus there's an officer, 6. And then he is 7. Okay, so I've got 7 dice. 7. All right. All right, so we're going after Destro. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No doubles. Destro is defeated. So that is good. We accomplished something on that one. So there we go. So I got rid of Destro. Now I'm going to recruit. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm going to go ahead and promote Dawn. So I'm going to go ahead and promote her. Because I promote her, that gives her martial arts, which I think is valuable. All right, so those go into my discard pile. So end of turn, +1. At the end of each player's turn, add 1 Cobra Trooper. Then it's end of a round, so a Cobra Battalion goes to the one on the left. And threat meter. Yeah, did threat meter. Story mission. Yeah, did all that. All right. So roll a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot this whole time I've had a drink. Like, I've been so, like, engrossed in the game, I forgot to even have a drink. All right. All right, what do we got? We have absolutely nothing. Mission. Discard 1 complication attached to this story mission. Okay, there we go. So we have a rocket launcher. Oh, hang on. I got to use that during the mission. So I have to go on a mission before this can actually do anything. Yeah, and I can't go on a mission because, well, technically I can. Technically I can go on a mission. So I'm actually going to, first, I'm going to play, I can choose to discard 1 uncovered card. think I'm gonna get rid of disarm. Ooh, knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. All right, so we did that. All right, then we're gonna go on a mission. We're gonna go and do. Oh no, that mission can only be started by a. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go on the side mission. We're gonna send these two lonely little GIs, which technically can't beat the mission on their own. But we're gonna go ahead and pretend. So we're gonna go ahead and roll that. They rolled nothing, but I'm gonna go ahead and play diffuse. Well, not diffuse. I'm gonna play rocket launcher. Discard one complication attached to the story. So there is the complication. So I'm gonna destroy that or discard it. And then if you defeated a side mission this turn, -1 on the tracker. Ha-ha! Combo-y goodness. So that only went down 1. I need to go back down to the yellow though. All right, so now we are on to the recruiting phase. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Knowing half the battle's too expensive. I can get low light. I guess I'll just get low light, and I'll get another service rifle. All right, so that goes here, that goes there, that goes there. All right. Into my turn, I gain a Cobra Trooper. Story mission must be started by a leader, which is, oh wait a minute, that doesn't take effect. I forgot. I don't do the end of turn things except for on the second end of turn. All right, gotta remember that. Which means I probably messed up earlier again. Welcome to me messing up. A lot to remember, a lot to keep track of. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't have enough for 5. All right, so let's see here. So we have Baroness for, we have this guy over here that takes 2. What else we got? All right, and the next one is any skill. So that's actually kind of an easy one. Oh, but you gotta put Baroness back into play. All right. She's already in play. I just won't get rid of her, and then she just stays in play. It does make it hard to get rid of that, because then I need to have a leader, which I do not have. So I did get my Tomahawk, so that goes out. All right, so I guess we can go after the Cobra Battalion. So we're going to take the Vamp. We're going to go after the Cobra Battalion. So that gives me 1, 2. And that's not considered as, yeah, it's considered a side mission. So there we go. We'll do our sniper rifle. And then I do have a reroll 1 die as well. So, all right, so I get 3. I got 3. So the Cobra Battalion is defeated. So he goes away. Where's... Did I put something in the wrong pile? What did I do? Trooper, 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 trooper. Trooper. Battalion. All right. That got rid of that. Didn't even need to use the reroll. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 to recruit. I need tech. So I think I'm going to get mainframe because that'll help me. Because I need tech for that. So that works. All right, discard that. That goes back there. That goes here. Now it is end of the round. So now end of round, this does take effect. So we do gain a Cobra Trooper. That is nothing there. Card effects, there is no card effect. Well, we did the card effect. The threat meter goes up 1, and the Cobra Battalion comes into play again. Oh, and he covers up our new vehicle. Dang it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, Cobra Trooper. Win game. Placed. I don't know. Play this card during your turn. If this card is not defeated by the end of turn, you discard. Okay. So we now have another guy we have to beat up on. All right. Did we get a... That didn't work out to my advantage. See, we got mainframe, which is what I needed for that, but then I didn't get any of my leader cards for her. But I do have my hacking gear. So hacking gear, roll 2 dice. For each hit, no hits, we draw a card. All right, so I do have 4 tech. 6. So I have 6. Oh, we could go for it. I'd have to get a perfect roll, though. Well, we'll go for it. All right, so we're going to go... Well, we don't have a leader. I can't go after the story mission because Baroness. Ugh. And then I don't have stealth or tracking, so I can't go after those. All right, let's go. We'll just go after... I'm going to go after the Cobra dude. I'm just going to go after the Cobra Trooper. So, side mission, Cobra Trooper. 1, 2, 3. We rolled 4, so the Cobra Trooper is gone. Then we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5 recruitment points. So deep 6 recon vehicles. Gain the number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty of this mission rounded down. Then discard immediately. So gain the number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty of the mission. Okay, so here. So you get 3. Ooh, I like that. I like knowing is half the battle. That seems good. That seems muy bien. So that's what we're going to get. All right. Oh, we're on this side. Now we're on this side. So we don't activate that. You only activate it on this side. All right. So draw 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to refill. About to get some new recruits. All right. So, all right. So he's back out to play. We have plenty of leaders this time. We've got every single leader. Hey, Andrea, ¿cómo estás? All right. So we're going to play, of course, knowing is half the battle when we go into that mission. So, all right. We're going to take... Now, this isn't going to come into help at all. All right. So we've got, yeah, so we've got the Vamp. We're going to send both of our leaders on the mission. Tech and stealth. So stealth, we have 3. And then he doesn't have stealth or tech. +1 wild for each Cobra officer in play. There's 1. There are 2 transports in the hangar. There isn't. There's only the Tomahawk. +2 wild and you draw, but we don't have that. What was this card? Oh yeah, it's for the mission. All right. All right. So we have 4 dice, right? And then during the mission, we can gain a number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty on the mission rounded down. So basically, I'll be able to get 3 hits automatically with knowing is half the battle. So, all right. Right, that's right. That's the right number, right? 1, because vehicle and tracker. This isn't vehicle and tracker. And then stealth for 3. So 4 plus her 1. 3, 4, 5. I'm missing a dice. Missing a dice. All right, so 2, 3. Whoops, that was a hit. 3, 4. And then we play this for another 3 hits. So that's 7. So that gets rid of this mission. That's a success. All right. So success there. And then it says, then discard this card immediately. So I don't get the recruitment point if I do that. Okay. And then I can't play this. So I'm just going to use it for the recruitment points. So 2, 4, 6. 6 recruitment points. 6. All right. So we have rock and roll as a leader. Baroness is almost making it like I have to buy the leaders. Like I've gotten barely any type of extras. What's this? Add 1 Joe from your hand to a teammate side mission. Oh, wait a minute. This can't even be played. So there are some cards that have this little solo symbol that can't be used. I was supposed to discard that earlier when I refilled. So. Oh, it's Adriana. Oh. Hola, Adri. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? All right. So I got, what did I say? I got 6. So zap is 3. Double the effect of the next gear plate. I don't have much gear. +2 wild on boats, and this is not a boat. What is it? Any 2 of any skill. So this is an easy one though. Put Baroness into play. This mission has +1 difficulty for each mission in this. Ooh, in the success pile. I've been doing too good. All right, so yeah, we'll go ahead and do rock and roll. We'll just do rock and roll. All right, so this goes there. This guy comes back to me. That was an end of round. So I have to activate the story mission, which is gone now. Card effects, there aren't any. Threat meter goes up 1, and Cobra Battalion comes out to play. All right. Wonder if this keeps going when it's in the red. Wonder if it's from this or higher. Because on the other side, it doesn't start until it's in the red, but you get a complication each round. So I wonder, huh? I'm going to say no. I mean, I'm going to say you leave this section because this only affects green. So this should only affect yellow. So I'm going to say no, you don't. All right. So flip this over. All right. Next story mission comes in. Baroness is already into play. We get 2 complications. His tank, precision strike. At the end of this turn, +1 threat. That's not good, but it's easy to get rid of. It's only 1. Captured story mission. Discard 1 Joe from this mission. Huh? Oh, this adds complexity to this mission, I guess. I don't know if you guys can be able to, I guess you guys can still see it. So yeah, she adds complexity. That adds complexity to this mission. Oh, that's not good. All right. So the new story mission, grab the rare crystal element. Cobra won't give up the rare elements to power the MASS device without a fight. And it looks like they've learned from their earlier mistakes. All right, so we put Baroness into play. Mission difficulty has +1 for each thing in the success pile. So that means it's actually a 5. So it's 3 successes. So that's 5. Defeat all Cobra battalions in the lineup, which is cool. On failure, shuffle the Cobra officers and put +1 at random into play. Oh, and it goes up 2 on the threat track. Oh, when I completed this mission, I forgot to do that. When I completed this last mission, it should have gone down 2. 1, 2. Yep. All right. Okay. Okie dokie, Smokey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes, Andrea. And see, I think I need to get glasses now. I can't. Amor, there is no way you're going to be able to read that screen from here. I'm going to have to like find a way to blow up the text for you. Like I struggled reading the difference in the names. Holy cow. All right. So we got, all right, this is what we got. This is what we got. Choose to discard 1 uncovered and replace it. All right. I need some more like actual, like I need more vehicles. I need more of everything else but Joes. I got plenty of Joes. So Ripcord defeats a side. If Ripcord defeats a side mission, you take threat down. That's okay. He's wild, so I want to keep him. Explosives. I need tracker or vehicles. Vehicles is good. So I think I'm going to get rid of double the effect of the next gear plate. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Zap. I'm going to replace him. There we go. We got us an APC there. I don't think we can afford it though. All right, so we did that. All right, so we have, oh, that did not work out in my favor because that means I've only got 3 Joes. I do have a leader though. I do have a leader. I need 5 to beat that, right? I need 5, any skill, which means that I can do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if I send all 3. If there's a meter on this mission, I get +1. So that would be, what did I say? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Cutter is a side mission. He gets it. All right. So, yeah. So I get 10 dice for here. I can't use this transport because it's only 1. This transport does not benefit me. So we're going to use the vamp. All right, and we're going to use that, right? And it says I can use any skill, so I'm going to use recon. Although when I use any skill, do I have to use the same skill across everybody? Let's double check that any skill. There we go. Skills needed to defeat. Somewhere it says. Somewhere it said about what you did when you did what you did. Because it says and ors. Okay. Anyone. The mission says any one skill, the active player must choose which skill of their choice is being used. All their skills are wild. Okay, so I have to choose one skill. So my math of 10 was wrong. But I am going to choose recon because that's what I've got the most of. So that's 4, 5, 6. There's a leader, 7. And then Cutter counts as 1, so 8. So I get 8 dice. 2, 4, 6, 8. That is all of the dice. This is everything I've got. And we need a 5 to succeed. If we fail, then, well, then that's good. Wow. That was horrible. And I have no way, hang on, I gotta turn that so the light can get into it. I have no way to mitigate that at all. Well, that's a failed mission. Oh, and I have to discard 1 Joe from this mission. So technically, I wouldn't even have had 8 Joes. I would have discarded 1. So I would have actually only had 7 dice. Either way, that was a failure. All right, guys, so the internet dropped. So, of course, this is going to be a separate video that's just going to be uploaded directly to YouTube now. I'll have to unlist the live stream and do all that jazz, but we'll go ahead and continue the gameplay. I'm guessing I lost Comcast at some point, so I guess it's good that I always record this, so I always have a backup. All right, but now I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I failed that mission. That's what I was doing. All right, so failed this mission, so +2. So this gets failed. This gets discarded. +2, 1, 2. And then it says shuffle the Cobra officers and put 1 into play at random. No bueno. So we're gonna take Destra. That's fine. We already beat up on him once. We can beat up on him again. All right, so we'll have to slide this down. There. Recruit. I don't have much for recruiting this go around. I've got 4 because I had to discard this guy, so he doesn't count. So I only have 4. Ripcord is wild. I liked Ripcord, right? Ripcord was, I thought, helpful. So we'll get Ripcord for 3. We'll take Ripcord for 3, Alex. All right, so we'll go ahead and put that there. And then the vamp goes back. Hey, I finally have, I've been trying to get the 2 vehicles the entire game to use Flint's ability. And there we go. Go ahead and refill this. End of turn doesn't take effect, which means, again, for those of you that didn't catch the beginning, I should be putting in a new story at the end of each turn, but I've just been doing it at the end of each round. So technically I'm breaking the rules, but again, for solo, they talk about you don't do any of the end of turn effects. I guess that way, like I guess the reason they say that, and it makes sense, is if you put a story mission out, you'd immediately have to take that story mission's effect, and that really wouldn't be fair. So, but I should be putting a story mission out. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll put the story mission out, considering it doesn't take effect right then. What it was doing, well, no, I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing. What it was doing is just giving me the opportunity to take out the other things, the complications. So that's the reason I've been doing it. It makes it slightly easier, but I'm still having a hard time. I'm still struggling. So, all right, So now it is my second turn of that action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's see if we can take out any of this. He's going to make me re-roll on story missions. And then that is +1 at the end of the round, not end of the turn. What I got, so I did get Ripcord because I knew he was going to be in here. I do have this, if I have a side mission, I get to reduce this by 1, so this would actually be good. So I think we're going to go after some side missions. So the his tank only needs 1. So we're going to take Ripcord. He counts as 2 wild, so we're going to send Ripcord on the Vamp, on the Ram. So Ripcord by himself is going on the Ram to do this side mission. So Ripcord is 2 wild, so that's 2. And then the Ram gives 2 wild because it matches the symbol. All right, so that would be 4, 3, 4. And we got 2 hits, and because it was a side mission, not a story mission, that does get rid of that. He defeated a side mission, so this goes down 1. If I defeat a side mission this turn, that goes down 1. All right, so that gets discarded. This stays for recruitment. All right. So I have the 2 battalion guys. What are they covering up again? Cover Girl, which I won't be able to buy. Sky Strike gives me air, and I need air, but I have air. And this is Tracker, that's Tracker. So actually this is good. 3 Tracker, 3 Wild. It's pretty much the same thing. That is better than this one though, to be honest. Can they beat up? No, they're not gonna be able to take out of them. All right, so we're gonna go after the Cobra battalion, I guess. This one here, we're gonna put 3 Joes to go after that battalion. So 1, 2, 3 is all I get to roll. And only got 2 hits, which is enough to take out the battalion, which frees that up for me. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy that, put that in the hangar, because that is helpful. All you guys get discarded. Replace you. End of round. Doesn't take effect. End of each round. He does take effect though. End of each round, draw 1 complication. Precision strike. So again, precision strikes would normally be assigned to somebody, but since I'm, the only somebody, they're all getting assigned to me. The +1 here, Cobra battalion comes back out. He's covering up by smart missile. Target player puts 1 card from each card into their hand. Threat meter went up, right? Did this, did that. She doesn't do anything. All right. So the next mission. All right. Take a little drink. All right. So the Rattler at the end of the turn, so it's another one's at the end of the turn, +1 on threat. So the new one is Meteoric Rise. So this is mission number 3. So we do need to shuffle in the last bit of act cards. Now again, I am playing this one. I'm basically playing super beginner right now because I'm playing with only the 6 cards instead of the normal 9. And of course you could make it really difficult and put them all in there, I guess, if you want a really long game. But I'm also playing easy because, as I mentioned, I'm not refilling the story mission on each turn. I don't know how much more that would make things, more difficult. Because the only thing it's benefiting me is instead of going after the story mission on the subsequent turn I get to take, I'm going after, complications and things like that. All right, so that goes there. 3 complications, holy cow. 1 entrenched side mission precision strike, +1 at the end of the turn. 2 complication story mission. If this mission fails, double the threat modifier. Well, that's not bueno. All right. Complication. Well, this is the 3rd one. Put Destra into play. He is already into play, so that worked out just fine. All right. So I'm at 2 cards. So I need to shuffle. All right, gotta double check everything to see what's happening. So we have Destro, which makes a reroll on the story mission. I got +1/+1 at the end of the turn. And Baroness, who makes everybody need to be a leader in order for me to even start the story mission, which is fine. I've loaded my deck up with a lot of leaders now. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, what do we got? I haven't even used this reserve once. Like, I think there's been turns when I probably could have saved a card. All right, so I got mainframe for tech. That's what I need. I need martial arts, marksman, vehicles, tracker vehicles. The meteoric rise, another rare element has been found in the active volcanic island, and the Joes are coming in hot. Place the blow up marker token 2 spaces above the threat marker. 1, 2. All right. If the threat marker reaches the blow up marker, this mission immediately fails. Oh, and that's not good because that's what these two are. Like, these are both going to increase it immediately. Wow, so this one, to destroy the device, you have to put Cobra Commander into play, and if the threat meter is not in the red, which I can't let it get in the red or I fail that mission. Well, I actually would go into red if I leave those two, and then Cobra Commander doesn't come into play. And then you also have to put Destro into play, and he's already in play. So the question is, do I intentionally lose that mission to make that mission easier because Cobra Commander wouldn't come into play? Strategy. I'm almost thinking that wouldn't be a bad play, right? I just let the Rattlers go, right? Just let them increase that by 2, which will make me fail that mission, which then, oh no, hang on. Fail 1, 2. No, yeah, I'll still win, because if I fail that mission, it goes up by 2, 1, 2, which still doesn't make me fail the threat meter, right? Is there anything else that's out here that could make that threat go up more? Oh, no. This says double the threat modifier. No, I would lose. Okay. Because if that one fails, it doubles. So I can't fail that mission. All right. Yeah, so all right. So we'll go. I guess we're going after that. I do have a leader. So what is it? Tracker and vehicles, which is good. So it's tracker and vehicle. I get to use or vehicles. It's not and. So here it says or. So I can't use both, right? I think if it says and, I can actually use both if a Joe actually has both on their card. But if it says or, it's one or the other. Group missions. Okay, yeah. And yeah, it says if a mission lists 2 skills with an and between them, both skills are useful in the mission. Joes with these skills that match one or both, you can use both. Mission has or between them, you must choose one of the skills, and all Joes with that skill. Okay, so it's the same thing as the other one. I have to choose one. All right, so what do I have the most of? Tracker and vehicles. Well, unfortunately, he's the only one that has either. There are 2 transports. Okay, so there are 2 transports, so we're good there. It is air. So we have air with wild skill. All right, and there's still 2. Although, actually, this would be better because it's tracker. So we're going to use tracker and tracker. So that gives me... I should start putting the dice in. Okay, so that gives me 3 for that. There's 2 transports. So I get 2, plus I get to draw a card. And then I'm using the Tomahawk on tracker, so I get 3 more there. So that's 8. Oh yeah, this guy goes out. That's who I just drew. This is not a side mission. This is the main mission. We'll throw a generic Joe in there, I guess. So that would give me nine dice. I need 5 successes. And I have no way to adjust that. And if it fails, I basically... If it fails, it goes up 4, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it'd be 1 away, and then these would end up causing me to lose at the end of the round. All right. So I think I am. I'm going to throw 1 more in just for good measure. So that puts me at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I get to roll these, and then I get to roll 2 over. All right, so these stay, and then I get to roll 2 more. Woo! 6. All right, so we completed that. I was saving guys so they could go after these if I had to. So that was 6. So that is a success. So it drops down 1. So that's a success. And then it says I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. And then we're going to, that gets discarded. These guys go here. I'm going to go ahead and destroy that guy. I haven't been doing that lately. I haven't been doing that, and that might have been kind of part of the problem, is I haven't been thinning my deck quick enough. All right, so we're going to go on a side mission. So we're going to go over to Entrenched. So that immediately gives me 3. If this is part of a side mission, I get +1. And then, what does it want? It wants martial arts or marksman, which I do have a martial arts. So that gives me 3 more. All right. Yeah. So we're going to try that. So we're going to go after Entrenched. Wow. Holy cow. I got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Why couldn't I get those rolls earlier? All right. So that is done. So you guys come here. This goes to discard. All right. Let's go ahead and try to do the other one. I'm not going to go after him, so he just gets discarded. And then we're going to do the starter Joe, and he's going to take the service rifle with him, which means I only get 2. I only get to roll 2, and I got a double. Yeah. Got rid of that. We're going to go ahead and discard that. Yeah. So that there, that there, that there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. A big old 10. All right, we need... So this allows me to take 8 guys. There's no bonus for it. But that would let me take everybody to that last mission. Because Cobra Commander's coming into play too. Cobra Commander's coming into play too. Only get 1 complication though. Do I do that, or do I go after... So marksman or explosives is what's recommended. This goes away because I finished that mission. I don't know. I don't know if... I don't know if it's worth being able to send 8 guys after that to guarantee success, or picking up a couple extra Joes. This allows me to draw 1 card, but vehicles doesn't help me. Vehicles and recons doesn't help me. Martial art, yeah, I'm going to do the APC. All right. So APC, it goes there. All right. These get discarded. Flip this over. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's see if we can take out, I guess, maybe Baroness. Because it doesn't matter if I take out Destro, he's coming back, right? All right. When that story mission, did I have a double? I think I did. But I think I had way more than 5. So re-rolling it wouldn't have hurt me. Okay. Actually, I probably had a couple doubles. But I think I said I had 8. So even with the 2 doubles, that still would have been high enough. Okay. All right, so this is a very weak hand. I have just a bunch of regular Joes and Ripcord. 1. All right, so Vehicles Tech is not going to help me against Baroness. Ripcord is wild, so that's 2 at least. So that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This allows me to discard 1 card and replace it. All right, he's not going to... Yeah, he's not helpful. Killer Whale. All right. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got 5. We're going after Baroness with 5. We'll see if that's enough. I don't know. Yep, 2, 4, 5, 6. Baroness, adios. Adios, chica. So we have 4 for recruiting. I don't need another tank. No, because that only lets me take 3 people. So I'm going to do, I mean, Jinx is the only thing I can do. So I'll get Jinx, I guess. And then same, I don't know why I'm getting rid of these guys now. I mean, I'm almost at the end, but we'll get rid of those 2 guys. Vamp goes back. End of round. Story card does not take effect. I did end up back down in the yellow. So the battalion covers up Wild Bill Hitchcock. And then at the end of each round, draw 1 complication. So we got a new complication, Precision Strike. Vehicles, explosives at the end of your next turn, fail the current mission and discard this card. All right. Well, that's not good. So I have to take that out before the end of my round, which I think I hope I get some good cards on this one. All right, so there we go. We are on the final one. So destroy the mass device. This is the final showdown. Either the MASS device meets an explosive end or the entire world is doomed to obey Cobra. Put Cobra Commander in play if the threat is not red. Also put Destro into play. So I think Destro goes into play no matter what, because then your doubles basically are worth nothing. And then Cobra Commander comes into play. At the end of each round, discard all uncovered main deck cards in the lineup. Story mission is also +3 difficulty. I didn't even... This difficulty's 10 while he's out there. And he makes me discard... Well, I discard these, but I would still refill it. So that's not terrible, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot to move the threat tracker up from this. Okay. I guess I'm going after Cobra Commander first, because that's making this a 10, which makes that really difficult. There is no end of round effect because of it, so it doesn't behoove me to go after that first. So 5. All right. Cobra Trooper. All right. Discard 1 complication attached to this story. There isn't one. All right. So vehicles and recon. And I was like, oh, I don't need vehicles. Vehicles. All right. So we're gonna do hacking gear. Roll 2 dice. Draw 1 card at least. Low light does not come into effect because we are still not in the red. Oh, I don't have enough to do Cobra Commander. Do I have enough for Destro? explosives, and martial arts. So I'd have martial arts, so that's 4. So I can go after Destro. 4, 5, dynamic, 6. So 6. And we're going to take the vamp. Wow, that's going to be... All right, well, I have nothing to improve those odds. So yeah, 6 against Destro. 3, 4, 5, 6 against Destro. And we only did 2. So that is a failure. Destro still stands. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Recon and vehicles. Vehicles and recon. Oh, helps him. Okay. So we're going to do him because he helps us, right? What did I say? 5, right? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 to 5. All right. Discard that. Discard you. Refill you. Flip you over. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's see if we can go after Mr. Commander. Side mission. If I defeat that, I'll get to drop this by 1. Recon. So that is good. So that gives me 4. Ooh, that's a lot of recon. Like that. 4. That's not helpful. And then this one is recon and vehicles. So that's another 3. Plus he's got 2, which I kind of don't have. We'll throw him in for good measure. So we have 4, 7, 9, 10. So we have 10. All right. So we get to re-roll 2 more dice at the very end. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No reason to re-roll anything. Here, we'll roll the extra 2 dice just to see if we can. Now, if it was 2 more misses, but that's fine. Cobra Commander has been defeated. We did complete a side mission, so this goes down 1. And then I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we'll do Alpine. All right. You get discarded. You get discarded. You get filled. It's end of round. So story effect, no, no. At the end of your turn, fail the current story mission and discard this card. Oh, I forgot about that one. All right, so I failed the story, so it goes up 2, 1, 2, but the mission stays in play. I have to add a battalion. This is getting a little bit no bueno aquí. The threat meter goes up +1. Now the question is, end of round, is it if that's where it currently is, or if that's where it went to? Because at the end of the round, it's technically here. I'm guessing it's because it was there at the end of the round. We're going to go with that because that's what I just did. All right. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, come on. Give me one good card. Give me like a leader or something. I need 7. And doubles. Well, doubles don't count. Doubles have to be re-rolled, but there is the possibility that I could re-roll it and get another double. Or, well, I got 2 rounds. I mean, do I go after Destro first just to get him out of the way? That's the question, because the APC doesn't give me anything bonus. It just lets me throw 8 Joes. I don't even have 8 Joes. And I lose 1 to a Cobra. Ooh, but I got knowing is half the battle. So that means I gain half rounded down. So I get 3 hits no matter what with this. Okay. Marksman or explosives. Oh, I don't have either. I don't have any marksman or explosives. All right. do? The battalion doesn't come out anymore, but I can't buy anything. I mean, I don't want to buy these. She gets +1 wild. So that would be, I get 3 hits. So technically I only need 4 to beat that. I only get 1 there. These don't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 5. Basically, I get 5 dice. That's all I get. So I don't even know why, like, technically, I don't know why this vehicle even has a symbol, because there's no bonus. Like, the whole point of the symbol is to tell what type of transport it is, so you know what bonus you get. But there's no bonus on this one. That's very confusing. Like, see, this one they didn't put the tank on it, and technically it's a ground vehicle. It should have a tank. Wow, I don't know what to do. Because even if I go after Destro, I have exactly 5. I mean, I can still use knowing is half the battle. All right, we'll go after. Don't do that. I don't want to go after a battalion. All right, so knowing that half the battle will take 2 off of Destro. So if I do, yeah, so if I do these 2 in the vamp, right, that's going to give me 2 for her and 2 for him. So that's 4 to roll against Destro, right? Yeah, 4. And I have 2, 4, 5, which is actually enough. So I don't even need to use knowing is half the battle. So Destro is gone. All right. All right, you guys come down here. And then I will send Alpine out to, which one do I want? Flip a Cobra officers face down. No, not looking on. Wild Bill is a wild. +1 hit this mission. But we're not in the yellow anymore. But he gives 3 wild. And I would need 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. Okay. So we're going to go after this guy here. Ouch, that is my elbow. All right, so we're going to send Alpine. Alpine's got 3 tracking, so he gets 3. I got 2, but then I get to play knowing is half the battle. Oh, no, but if I do knowing is half the battle... Oh, okay, yeah. This gain 1 card from the main deck discard pile. Because if I do knowing is half the battle, I couldn't buy what's under there. But if I fail it, I can take one of these cards. Explosives or marksman, which I do. Zap is in here with explosives. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fail the mission. Oops. I'm going to fail the mission, which allows me to get a gain. So I gain it's in my hand. And then so that means I've got this. So I gained Zap. Oh, but I need Zap next turn. So when you gain, I guess it's the same as that. So I gain it, he goes here, right? He doesn't go into my hand. Gain would be... What does the term gain mean? Now let's see if they have Alpine as one of the rules clarifications. Tips and tricks, solo... let's go to the recruiting stage. See if in recruiting, if they use the term gain, then I'm gonna call it the same thing. Recruit. Number of stars. Recruit value from all your cards in play, including the cards you're playing during missions. Cost of the card in the circle. Recruit. Top of your stack. It just says take that card from the lineup. It doesn't have the word gain. Yeah, I don't see anywhere for the word gain. Let's see if in the example they have the word gain. No. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. Because gain could be either or. Like, gain could be into your hand, or gain could be into your pile, right? You gain it into your deck. Gain could also be gain and put it in your discard pile. So there's no... You know, there's a keyword glossary. Oh, glossary, here we go. Remove, in play, no. It's got control, cover, uncover, defeat, destroy, in play, remove from game, target player, teammate, wild skill, keywords. Below the title of each card is a series of keywords. The effect references these keywords. Yeah, I don't know. Now I don't know what to do because I don't know if where gain he goes. Right? Do I gain him here or do I gain him into my hand? Because if I use this, I won't have enough to even buy what's under there. Yeah, because Wild Bill is 6. Oh, And buying these isn't going to do me any good either. I don't know what gain does. All right, no, we'll go the other way around. I don't know. Yeah. So we'll use knowing is half the battle, which reduces by. No, I rolled 2. Why was I thinking I didn't finish that one? Wow, it's getting too late in the game now. Okay, I rolled a 2. I don't know why I thought I didn't beat this one. I did beat him. I rolled a 2. He's gone. All right, so yeah, so now I have 6, so I can get Wild Bill. Will, what were you doing there? I have no clue what I was thinking about, guys. None. Because, yeah. Oh, it's getting late. All right, we are almost done, though. We are almost done. Almost done. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me 5 Joes for my transfer. I don't even know why I looked at this and was like, oh, let me get this because it can hold 8. I can't ever have more than 5 in my hand. That is a horrible hand. So we have Wild Bill, right? So that gives me 3. Okay. And then we got Flint, vehicles, and tracker, which doesn't help me. So he only gives me 1, but there are 2 transports, so that gives me 2. This is part of a mission. That gives me 1. And then we're going to throw this guy in here for the last one. So we have 3 Joes going on. It doesn't matter which vehicle. We'll just say they go on the Vamp. And I do have a reroll. I've got a reroll. All right. So we need 7 out of 8 dice. This won't be game over, but it'll be the round before game over. All right, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7. There we go. That is a success. That actually took it out. Wow, that's complicated. And again, there was a couple of rule changes that I made during the gameplay. But let me go ahead and switch the camera over. There we go, guys. That is G.I. Joe, the deck building game by Renegade Studios. Definitely a thinky game. It's got a little bit more. It does have, of course, dice. Some people aren't happy with dice because of the mitigation. I had a couple times where like I rolled nothing, which makes you fail the missions. Well, it makes you fail the story missions. Regular missions, they just stay out there even when you fail them. So there's really nothing to do about it. There's probably some optimization I didn't do. There's probably some turn effects I wasn't playing exactly right. Playing solo, and again, playing solo for the first time, I feel like I did a good job. I was playing a game with that I didn't refill the story during my turn, each one of my turns. I couldn't say how that'll impact the game overall, but I enjoyed this. I thought it was fun, very thinky. I can see playing it again and changing out the act cards, right? Because these act cards are what's going to make the variety of the game. And then there is a whole second mission. I don't know why I was pulling them out and putting them down here. It makes no sense. You guys can't even see them. The mission, the acts, the story cards. But yeah, there you go. That is that. If you want to see more solo gameplay, it's not usual that we'll have this, you know, but you can still subscribe for the solo gameplay we've got coming up in the next couple months. If you want to see our co-op gameplay, of course, subscribe for that as well. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Hit the bell notification if you are subscribing. That way you know when we go live. Until next time, guys. Peace.